If you play a 5-string bass, then you know that muting the strings, especially that B string, can be tricky. So I've got 3 bass lines here, and I'm going to talk about 3 methods to mute it, to tame that noise. You can transfer these to the 4th string as well, many of them. We have a bass line based around an F sharp minor 7 and G major 7 chord. Let me play the first line. It's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So that 16th note there is an octave. Otherwise, it's just the root notes, the 2nd to the 3rd frets of the E string. It's the first thing I'm doing. When playing the F sharp on the 2nd fret of the E string, I'm pressing down as I normally would on the fingertip, but the tip of that first finger is touching the underside of the B string. Also, that same finger, the first finger, is just backing down across the A, D, and G strings, just to touch those strings. So already, it's really only this E string. All those other ones are being held by that finger, by that one finger. Now, when you're muting, you want to be careful how you fret. If you come up off a note like this, you'll agitate the string, it'll move, and you don't want that. So you've got to be very careful with how you fret and your touch in general. If I just play the F sharp like this, I'm releasing pressure when I want the note to stop, but catching it with a plucking hand finger and also not coming off the string. And nothing is ringing out. Also, I've got the other fingers here just to help with the dampening of it. Let me play that whole line again. And go to the G, do the same thing. You've got the little finger ready and waiting on the 5th fret D string. But everything is being controlled with the fretting hand. This isn't notated, but that first finger can drop down to the same fret on the B string, so the C sharp on the 2nd fret, and the D on the 3rd fret of the B string, to play the 5th. So actually, if you've got the root, octave, and that 5th, and you can practice doing your own grooves around this. This is what it would sound like with the drum beat. The main point is the hand isn't really moving that much because we've got various fingers touching the strings. We'll move on to the next groove here. And here I've got the thumb resting on a string, and that in itself is going to mute. So this is how the line goes. When I'm not playing the B string, I can rest my thumb on it, and that is going to mute that string. Now, when I go to the D string for this little run here, I'm going to rest on the E string, back that thumb onto the B, so now those 2 strings are muted. They're completely taken care of. And the run, the E, D, C sharp, B, A, playing all of that one finger per fret. Yeah, I need to clear off the E string as and when I need to pluck it. And one of the muting things going on here, or what I'm aiming for to not create any unwanted noise, is again fretting. So this little bit here. This is very intricate, but as I'm coming up from the E, I'm not coming away from the string, I'm still holding the string. So just play those notes on their own, alternate plucking. Record yourself, listen back, you'll hear anything going on there. Sometimes in the moment you'll miss it, but I'm happy. I can't really hear any extraneous noises. See what my first finger is doing here, it's just laying across the A, D and G strings, so those are muted. And that's the thing, when you're playing a note, some of the other fingers are going to be doing a job, whether it's this hand or this hand. Mainly it's the fretting hand at the moment. My second finger is touching the underside of that B string. So in this situation, it's doing what my first finger was doing in the first exercise. There you might want to move and use your first finger there. So it's a combination of the thumb resting and again those fingers doing their job here. Just a quick one on tone. This is a Stingray 5 and in the background here, you can't really see it very well, I have an IK Multimedia Tonex bass pedal which they sent me and I'm experimenting with it. I absolutely love it. I'll do a couple of videos on it. But this big tone you're hearing is the combination of this and that pedal. It sounds great. We have another thumb technique here and this is the floating thumb technique where you use the side of your thumb like this to just move around in order to touch the strings and not play them. I'll play the example all the way through and just have a little look at my thumb. See that? That's the thumb responsible for muting in this case. So I need to jump from the E string, and this little section here takes place on the D and G strings. So I suppose you could move your thumb to the A string and back it onto the E and the B, so that's all muted. Or use the floating thumb to do exactly the same thing. Just lay the side of your thumb against those strings. They won't ring now. As ever, you need a finger going to the next place. So I need a low G in the third bar. So as I'm playing this, I'm using fingers 1 to 4. You can use 1 to 3. My second finger, the longer one, is ready and waiting for the G coming up. As soon as I play that, I need to be off the floating thumb thing. I can't be touching the strings. Same thing here. There is no right or wrong muting technique. There's just whether you can hear noise or not. So you may have your own way, which is fine, go for that. You may want to use a different combination of techniques. Often when I'm playing, I don't really even know what I'm doing. For this, I've created some exercises and some notes to talk about. But if you were to see me playing, or any bass player playing, you'll probably see this going on, but there might be some other things as well. A very good way to practice muting on a 5-string is to do some slapping, because when you're slapping, this hand, my right hand in this case, is too busy to do any muting. So a lot has to be reliant on this one. So let me play and have a look at this. You know, that kind of thing over the F sharp minor. F sharp minor pentatonic notes work. Over the G. It's kind of an F sharp Phrygian to G Lydian thing, if you want to know. And G major pentatonic works over that. So any of these notes will work, but octaves, very simple. Exactly the same as the very first thing I taught you, where the first finger is touching the underside of the B string and taking care of all the other strings, actually. I'm trying to be precise with the thumb and the pop, but the other strings are taken care of. Just randomly stop. You just gently dampen the strings with the other fingers. something like that. Okay, my fretting hand is now in a position where I can't really mute these strings. So there's a couple of options there. You can use the bottom of your hand just to rest on the B and the E, something like that. You know, now they're being muted. You see Marcus Miller and Lewis Johnson used to do this, put the thumb over the top. Can't really do it on this 5 string actually, but that was a muting thing. It looks awkward, but it's taking care of the strings. And that's the thing. You've always just got to find a combination of techniques really to tame these strings. I would say those are the main 3 methods though. Probably more than 3 methods within there. Floating thumb, the thumb resting on multiple strings, and then 1 or more fingers of this hand deliberately touching strings to stop them. That's really all it is. Make sure to download that PDF for free by following that link below. And if you did get something for this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you next time.